Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. It's episode 5, and you know what to do. If you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the circumflex.parts with real dots, and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode. So, see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. That was a great episode, and in many ways surprising because there happened a lot of stuff that I did not expect. Not very typical to say so. So let's just jump in and see what I'm talking about, right? I mean, the episode was called after the king who is here, Gazel Dvargo, who does not completely look like a dwarf in my opinion, but it's okay. He's somewhere. He's more human-like looking, but it's nowhere written that the king of the dwarfs has to be a dwarf, so who knows? Maybe he is a dwarf or partially a dwarf, I'm not sure about that. We started off in the establishment again, with the slime having a good time and being entertained. That was interesting as well because it gave us a little bit of background about him, about Rimuru. The fact that in the human world in the beginning, he was the one always entertaining people, not in the meaning of being a good entertainer, but in the meaning of that he had to serve towards others. So his position is not the highest one. We know that he was not a low-ranking one either, but he was, he was working for others, so that makes sense. And now he's the one being entertained by those beautiful elf girls. And he got a bit of fortune telling, and that was very interesting. So, apart from the fact that he thought it would be something else that was offered to him again, we got a first glimpse at this girl who was shown to us already as being brought in from Japan. So, she has a white cape, which we have seen in this episode a lot of, so not sure if that helps a lot. And she has these interesting marks on the side of her face, on near to the eye. Maybe those are important. Maybe it's kind of a mark of a specific group of people. And that was interesting. We've seen her with kids. I think like 4 or 5. Who she seems to be important to. So it might be that those are like kids who lost their parents, and she's like a foster mom for them now. Or something else. I don't think it's her kids. I mean, in the meaning of born from her. However, they seem to have a strong relationship to her, a strong bond. They were crying when she left, so there is something important there. And the fortune telling was about who is the person that is supposed to be with you. So it is like a possible love interest in the future. Interesting. We will see. And then we had Minister Vesta appear. So, I mean, he is a complex and interesting character in some regards. On the forefront, he seems just to be like a dick, just the typical one-sided character who's like, I want to be the most important one, and I will kind of crush everyone else, or in this case, but doing it by political schemes, as he does in this episode. So, he was there, he was mean towards more neither everyone, but mainly to Rimuru. And, well, he got a punch in the face for that. I like that fact, because it is the idea of I invite a friend. So if you are behaving badly towards my friend, you're behaving badly towards me. And that is something here which Kaijin clearly showed. It is the honor of the one that has a guest. You don't offend the guest of a person, or you offend him as well. So he went out there and just punched Vesta twice. And he was out cold. I mean, there was like clear blows to the head, and it's over. Round 1, strike, over. KO. Gaijin, in this episode a lot, shows that he's just a good guy. And I really like that. So he has honor, he has dignity, he's a good guy, he stands up what for is right, and is even willing to accept punishment above a level that would be fair. So, not normal in my opinion. We then learned why they don't like each other, or in this case, why Vesta don't like Kaijin. That's the thing here. So, Vesta framed Kaijin in the past in this Magi Soldier project. Normally, you would say this is someone who's done for you, but even then, Kaijin still talked, at least partially, positive about him. So he's like, yes, he's doing bad moves and he's making mistakes, but he is loyal to the king. And that is the number one thing for Kaijin. And I think that will be something in the future as well. So he is 100% loyal to his word and to the king. So he kind of loves the king. This loyalty we've seen from Vesta as well. So this king here is able to inspire a huge amount of loyalty. And that makes him dangerous on the one hand, because people will do everything for him. But it shows that he might be a really good ally if you would be able to get him as an ally. He is someone that seems to be trustworthy, someone that seems to see through schemes, as we know from this episode. So maybe, just maybe in the future we will have an ally. That would be a great one. However, Kaijin talked positively about Vesta later on, although Vesta just framed him again, you know. He's put into jail due to him and waiting for trial. So that is greatness. I mean, there are people in life you don't like, or who are acting badly on you. That's true. But if you are able to still see the positive side of the people, not towards you, but in general, like, yeah, he's mean to me or anything like that, but he or she has still those strengths, those benefits. So people are not one-sided, and as long as you can see that, it shows that you are still there, you know. I liked it. It was a really big moment here. The trial itself was a farce, was stupid, you know. A proxy that talks, and more neither, when the proxy talked, he was like framing you again. The proxy was not on their side, so he was possibly bought by Minister Vesta, I guess. And as we've seen, the king did see right through it. I mean, that was just stupid. It was completely the wrong way around that Kaijin and his brothers, his friends, stormed into the establishment. We all know that did not happen. So, and doing something like that in front of the king, however, is still a dangerous one, because you possibly should guess that he has his own information. The question is, does he use them for such a trial or not? But in general, a king in this position in this world will have his own spies, will have informants, people that tell him what really happened. The question is just, did he use them for such an unimportant matter or not? And thus he sees Kaijin, and he knows, and we now know that Kaijin was important to him. He had used his information, so he knew what really happened. He even knew about the Magi Soldier project. So that is an interesting one. When he later on questioned Minister Vesta alone, he showed him that he was aware that Vesta lied to him about the project. So, knowing that, he still did not take back Kaijin all the time, although he could have, just by giving a chance to Minister Vesta to prove himself of being better than his actions. And Minister Vesta didn't. So, seeing Vesta break down and cry, and hearing him confess why he did it, not that he did it, he just, the why, his motivation that he always wanted to be working for the king, was a little bit sad and sweet at the same time. So As Kaijin said before, Vesta does it for the right reasons, he just does the wrong things. You might think in this moment it should be like, I will forgive you, but just be honest from now on, or stuff like that. But then this chance was given to him over years. So I guess that's the thing where the king is coming from. I'm not giving you a chance now because now you will confess and try to change because I catched you. I want you to be the better man by yourself. And he didn't. He wasn't. He was a worse man by himself. So he gets banished as well. I'm pretty sure we will see him again. I would be surprised if not, but we never know in this series right now. And his reasons are as I said, the good ones. Now the question is what will happen out of this banishment. It might be that he tries to be better for his king, even from outside of the kingdom. Or it might be that he gets so insulted by what happened that he blames it on Rimuru and is working against them now. We will see. I don't know. Banished as well were the dwarves. So they're joining Rimuru on his quest of building up the village, which is cool, having such good artisans. But it was a sad thing to see that Kaijin was crying there. So he was ripped apart between the decision of having pledged his loyalty to Rimuru now, and on the other hand, having to leave the kingdom, not seeing his king again. That is a clear split in his soul, I can see that. So maybe they will find something to make that work again, to mend that in the future. However, the king, as I said, is aware of a lot of things. So he knew what was going wrong in his kingdom. He is aware of the recovery potion. So his informants, I guess this elf we've seen, gave him one of those. And it is a pure recovery potion. It's not a fabricated one, as he said. Even the best ones we could fabricate were like 98%. This one is pure. So it's about potential. It's about healing power. It's about power in general. So he is aware that Rimuru is more than meets the eye. And I mean, it's a bit strange. In the end, it sounded like he don't like the fact that a named monster is hopping around. But before that, he said you damaged our reputation, our bond with this slime. So it felt more like he had the hopes of getting on good terms with Rimuru. It's a bit strange. I mean, the thing here is you have to keep face as a king, and he did. Otherwise, I think he could have said like, I want to have a word with the slime, and or with those being shown as being criminals. Now I want to talk to them alone, and then just have everyone else leave the room and just talk to Rimuru like, I am interested in what you're doing, what you're selling. Let's strike a trade. Or whatever. But he didn't, because he's a king, so it's maybe not his job. He needs people to do that. So I'm waiting for if maybe, just maybe, there will be an offer in the future. Of like, I don't know, a merchant from his kingdom, or another minister, or we will see. However, we ended off with that he sends an elf, a spy, I think, to follow Rimuru. And by the way, this spy was portrayed by now, he is very good. So he's a very silent one. The question is, I'm pretty sure the dwarves will not realize him. Does Rimuru has an ability by now that enables him to see him? I mean, we know that he can see, as example, body heat. He has this ability from one of the monsters. So there might be an option he realizes he's being followed. Doesn't have to be, it might be. And we forgot about Goptor. He's still hanging in the prison. I guess next episode we will be like, oh, we forgot someone inside, and they are not allowed to go in again. You know, they're banished. At least the dwarves, the slime is not, right? So let's see where this is going. It was a good episode, as I said. In the outro, we've seen a bit more of the girl. We've seen a bit more of some other characters who will, I'm pretty sure, come in the future. And we have this picture of Rimuru and, I don't know, 6 to 8 other persons standing on top of a cliff. So I guess this is like the party that is to form in the future somewhere. And interesting to me there is, apart from the Tempest Wolf, which we knew he is important, it is Gopta who's in there. It is not Riguard, who's more like looking like a hero. No, it is Gopta. The one that even Rimuru said like, he did not change after being named. So what is it that Gopta brings to the table? I'm still waiting for it. I don't know if he has special abilities or if he's just clever, or I don't know. We will see. That's it from me this time. I hope you enjoyed. I did for sure. So until the next time, feel free to comment, like and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.